Thank you for clicking into the site of Carpet Tiles One. My name is Vince Perry. I'm the owner of Carpet Tiles One. Carpet Tiles One business model is wholesale prices to everybody, and we ship nationally. If you require samples, you simply send us an email with your full name and address and mobile, and we will send you swatch samples free of charge. We're located at 3 to 9 Cook Road, Marrickville, and we're open 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday, from 7 AM till 5 PM. The purpose of this video is to give you a visualization in motion of our click and lock range of luxury vinyl planks. When assessing and comparing vinyl planks, you always must compare apples with apples. There is on the market cheap versions of the vinyl, and those cheap vinyls, if you compare them to ours and theirs, you'll see ours looks like real wood, feels like real wood. The others look very plasticky and very like a cheap toy. So you've got to be very, very careful. Our prices on average are half the price to any major store. Now, when you compare the luxury vinyl, the first thing you should compare is it virgin vinyl or is it recycled? Ours is virgin. Recycled vinyls can have issues, whether it's a click and lock, a loose lay, or a glue down. There are always concerns that there's volatility in the material. Next thing you should compare is what's the level of embossment. Ours is a level 4, which means it looks like wood and it feels like wood. If you close your eyes and feel and compare to the cheaper versions on the market, then you will see, oh yes, it's different. Compare them side by side and you'll see ours looks real, it looks elegant, it looks luxury. The other most important thing with the click and lock is it a genuine click and lock, which means tongue and groove, right? Ours is tongue and groove and interlocks, right? Goes in and locks. Whereas the others on the market is only a zip, which means just a north-south click together, and they don't interlock, they don't bond each other. And if that's the case, if you have uneven floors or you have a lot of movement on your floors, the cheaper ranges can actually come apart. And I get calls every day from people that have purchased that and how to solve it. There's no solution. You've got to glue it all down, and that defeats the whole purpose of having a floating vinyl. So remember, ours goes in, under and locks. The other cheaper versions will only zip together, and the zip together, to do an analogy, is like a sandwich bag. All they do is zip. So you can imagine movement, dancing will actually can easily unlock the cheaper version. So ours is the engineered that goes in and locks, right? That is the genuine click and lock. Fire rating. Ours is certified fire rated, right? Are the others? Don't know, but we can provide you full fire certificates on the product, so you can install them anywhere, whether it's a hospital, a house, a school, anywhere. Click and lock has a tolerance of 3 millimeters over 1.2 meters. So imagine 1.2 meters, 3 millimeter hump is the tolerance. Now, if you have lumps on your floor, cracks on your floor, they may have to be fixed because the floor has to be relatively flat And imagine, it's like wood. If you've got a lump or a big 5mm drop in your floor, then what's going to happen is you're going to have a bounce in there, and it may disable or be drummy. So keep that in mind. We have a full detailed guide of how to install on our website that you can just print off. Now, if your floor is uneven, then your tongue and groove may not go in, because then you're going to be bending the plank, and if you bend the plank, it won't interlock, because it has to be relatively straight. Once it's in, it's in. Click and lock vinyl, you always should have the little kit to tap your vinyl in to install it properly. If you don't, you're going to leave gaps, and if you start leaving gaps, then those gaps get bigger and your installation will fail. So you always need that kit, right, to tap in. No glue is required for the interlocking planks. However, when you get to very complicated finishing points under the kickboards, around the doors, there are moments when you can't interlock because you can't get it and hammer it in because of the way your kickboard is, your door jamb or whatever. So what you do there is simply cut off the tongue and groove and glue that last little piece in. Otherwise, no glue is required. Always keep in mind, when installing vinyl, your skirtings. If you're ripping out skirtings with old carpet in it, you could have a 10-12mm gap under your skirting. Yes, finish it off, tuck it under. Always remember to leave a 3mm expansion joint, because vinyl, like any other product, expands and contracts. So you need to leave an expansion joint. Now you might end up with a 3, 4, 5mm gap. So what happens there is some people actually remove the skirting and then reinstall it again. If you've done that, always come a mil above the skirting. You've got to allow the vinyl to expand and contract. If you're leaving your old skirting there, then simply get a beading, right, which can cheaply be purchased from any hardware, and pin that in and paint it the same colour as your skirting board. So there's your introduction on click and lock vinyl. There are a lot of questions. Why should I use click and lock and not our Easy Lay product? The biggest reasons they're identical in material, just that the click and lock is a stiff, hardened vinyl. The loose lay is a floppy. The loose lay has a lot more tolerance over uneven floors. Click and lock a lesser tolerance. These are water resistant. To ensure that you have a water resistant, always silicone your expansion joint around the room to avoid any floods, waters, hot water systems bursting, the sink overflowing and making that actually fall and seep under. Let's say you don't do that. What's the worst? You unbuckle it and dry it and put it back down again. The other major difference between click and lock and loose lay is if you need to repair a plank. The click and lock, if that plank to be repaired with click and lock vinyl is in the center of the room, you must remove from the center to the wall to replace that plank. With the Easy Lay planks, all you do is lift that plank and replace it. Easy Lay is installed with pressure sensitive glue, which is the same as carpet tile glue. Easy to lift, tacky glue, easy to repair. Major difference is the ease of repair. Otherwise, once they're down for a lifetime. Okay, now this video will show you. Remember, if you need a sample, just send us an email and tell us which samples you would like, and we'll send them off to you free of charge. The sample pieces are about a little bit more than palm size. One other important thing with vinyl, and a common question is, the pattern repeats. The pattern repeats 1 in 5. So if you can imagine, they're large slices sliced up, so it repeats 1 in 5. So, and they are randomly packed as well, so you don't try and match any pattern in the plank, otherwise you'll end up with a room half one colour, one half the other colour, or one pattern versus the other pattern. So never try and match colours or planks. Install them as they come out of the box. So it repeats 1 in 5. There is 1.35 square metres in a carton, and in that carton, statistically, you'll have 2 of one, 2 of another, 2 of another, etc. So the pattern repeats 1 in 5. So now this video will show you, as if, if you're in the middle of Dubbo and you want to see, and hopefully you have a good computer, this will give you a good visual of the product. So we have 12 different colours here. The first one is NIK 6015, and you can see that that is a nice light-ish wood, more of a modern looking. So NIK 6015. Then we'll come through. Here we have NIK 6010, one of the top 3 sellers. It's not an ancient wood, it is more of a modern. NIK 6010. Now if you're after a really dark looking, nice character, we have NIK 6012, NIK 6012. Everybody's different, depending on what sunlight you get into the room, depending how big the windows are. In here, if there's enough light, another attractive plank called NIK 6007. Remember, send an email and tell us which samples you like and we'll get it to you. Here we have NIK 6017. Keep in mind we ship throughout the whole of the country. Send us an email and tell us how many square meters you're after, where you are, whether you have a forklift to unload or not. If you're in extreme remote area of the country, we can still get it to you because there's over 300-400 depots. Every town has a transport depot. So we can still get it to you, and you can pick it up from a depot. All major capital cities, regional towns, no need to send to depots, just simply it gets delivered to you directly. Here we have NIK 6013. Sorry about the board. Here we have 4 forklifts running up and down, and they love to hit my boards. NIK 6013. Now, a very, very popular charcoal lick and lock, very popular in those luxury penthouses. I've sold heaps and heaps to penthouses, offices, the lot. Everybody loves a charcoal. NIK 6016. NIK 6016. Remember, email for a sample. Here we have NIK 6018. NIK 6018. This is a classic and extremely popular. NIK 6014. NIK 6014. Cameraman, I hope I'm not in your way. NIK 6009. And my two top selling planks, which is light, very popular, my top seller, NIK 6008. And here is a plank, which is my second top seller, NIK 6011. NIK 6011. Okay, now remember, we have a massive range of our loose lay, easy lay. There is a separate video on our website which goes through all those ranges, your do's and don'ts and what have you. Have a look at that. You may also want samples of that. The material is identical in all regards. And then another massive range of our easy lay vinyl tiles. They are 47 centimeters by 47 centimeters. All this 5mm luxury range is $39 per square meter. Installed the same way as a loose lay. So if you want stone, abstract, carpet look, polished concrete look, we have well over 22 other ranges there. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, send an email, give us a call, and we're happy to answer all your questions. If you're installing there on a Sunday and you have questions, feel free. My mobile is on the website on every page. The landline is also answered 12-15 hours a day, even after we close, because we divert it to ourselves, so the calls will reach us anywhere. Thank you very much.